Welcome to At Your Library. I'm your host, Cathleen Clifford. Today's episode, we are going to talk about the Groton Open Space Association. And joining us today is one of the directors, Marie Goe Olson. Welcome to my show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So at Your Library, we invite guests that are associated with Groton and that have programs here at the library, and you have one coming up in March. But I need to know, and our viewers need to know, what is Groton Open Space Association?
Well, Groton Open Space Association is a land trust here in Groton that's 50 years young. Actually, it's 52 years.
Wow.
In 2017, we celebrated our 50th. We began as the Save the Haley Farm Committee, and because Haley Farm was going to be 400 duplex houses.
Wow.
And so they saved that, and it became a state, with the state, to be a state park. Mm-hmm. And then Bluff Point, they also are very active, keeping that as a wildlife preserve. And you can find out a lot of information about those two properties here at the library in the historical room. There's,
that's fantastic.
There are volumes, two volumes just for Bluff Point of all the different newspaper clippings, and it's quite a history. It's quite something to read.
And what does the organization do today?
And that's a good point. I should come forward. We own 5 properties. We advocate for land, water, and wildlife. Water, we feel, is very important. So our properties all have water running through them.
Okay.
We have a little over 500 acres here in Groton.
And it's all in Groton?
Just a little bit of one of the properties goes into Ledyard.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, they're all in Groton. We started in 2008 and bought the Merritt Family Forest.
Oh, yes.
We own the sheep farm, which is up in back of the
emergency room. Yes, and you had a nice program there last spring.
Last fall, yeah.
Nice.
And we've had hikes up there. There's a waterfall there. That's a very popular property. Then we also own the Candlewood Ridge and Avery Farm properties. Are a little about 400 acres. They kind of connect.
Okay.
So and then we have a very small property at BB Cove Vista, and if you drive down on 215 on BB Cove and you see the chairs with Groton Open Space little signs on them, please sit there and relax.
Anybody's welcome on the properties?
Anybody. They're open dusk to dawn. They're free. They're open to everybody.
And the goal is preservation?
The goals, they are saved in perpetuity.
Okay.
Once we buy a property, it will can never be sold.
That's fantastic, so important. So today we're going to focus on the GOSA Kids project.
Yes.
And you are going to be doing a kickoff in conjunction with the library.
Yes.
So tell us how GOSA focuses on our children.
Well, Lynn and Dan O'Connell couldn't be here today, so I'm filling in for them. But Lynn, they walk our properties a lot, and they also help a lot with stewardship. We're all very active. And she doesn't see a lot of kids out there.
Okay.
And so she said, what can we do to get kids out here? So her vision is to have kids outside having a lot of fun. She has 3 grandchildren, and she said they love to be outside, and she said, how can we do this? So we sat down and started, putting some ideas together. And then we're like, well, how do you get the people on the property? And I said, well, let's go to the library. I was a Navy wife, and I'm telling you, I went every time we moved. The library was the first place I visited because that's where the information is.
Right.
And so we came unannounced, and were able to talk to the library director, and then she put us in touch with Tracy, and it just has kind of snowballed from there.
So Tracy is one of our children's librarians, so you're going to partner together and do a kickoff?
We're doing a kickoff on March 7th from 10 to 1 right in the children's library.
Okay.
We're going to have a lot of hands-on things. These are some of the, we have a carry-in, carry-out policy on our property, not to leave trash. And we don't have people take stuff off of our property, but we do in the wintertime bring a few things. Just because you would never touch one of these bees nests in the summer.
I was like, is that that's a bee's nest?
This is a bee's nest.
Okay.
We have a bird's nest. We have some type of a skull. We're not quite sure.
Really? That was
why.
found on a property in Groton?
Yeah, and so what we want to do is you have things for kids to be able to touch. We have other information. So this shows how a butterfly develops, but then we also have books. For kids to look at. This is an earthworm's life, which I didn't even know anything about. This was a new thing to me. I had to read books.
Very nice.
And so we're going to have on March 7th from 10 to 1, please come. And your kids will be able to touch things. We're going to have a microscope so they can see really tiny things.
Okay.
And Deanne and Lynn and I will be there to answer any questions.
And explain about the open space and the kids program.
In the kids program, yes.
Everything. We're going to take a quick break right now.
Okay.
But when we come back, we're going to talk about all the programs that you have coming up for kids.
Okay,
in the
that
future.
sounds great.
Thank you. We'll be right back. Stay with us at your library.
$736 million people struggle to meet their basic needs. An estimated 40 million people have fallen victim to human trafficking. 51 million kids go hungry every day. And every day, United Way and our partners, including Kellogg, Wells Fargo, and UPS, fight for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
We believe that when the community comes together, we can do great things.
We're working to make Groton the healthiest and safest place for everyone.
Hey kids, listen to your parents.
We want you to have the facts and the best tools to keep you safe.
We know there is a lot of confusing talk about drugs in the media.
Parents, we know you have a tough job to do, teaching your kids about alcohol and drug abuse. We're here to help you.
Let's work together to change community norms about drugs and alcohol.
Help us out. Volunteer. Donate.
Find us at Groton Prevents and join us.
Welcome back to At Your Library. Today we're talking to Marie Goe Olson about the Groton Open Space, known as GOSA, and we're focusing on the GOSA Kids programs. On March 7th, we're going to have a kickoff here at the library from what time?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. And this kickoff is going to lead to events that will be coming up in the spring. And when you come to the kickoff, you can find out all the information about the programs that are coming, what GOSA does. You can see some hands-on things from our local property and do a lot of learning about the nature in the area. So when will the next program start? In April? There'll be once a month? Or?
It'll be the first Saturday of every month.
Okay.
It'll be 10 to 12, and it'll be on one of our properties.
Okay.
Our thought is we want the kids to have fun, but there'll be a focus also.
Okay.
We're going to have a hike each time, and that's going to kind of go by, the ages of kids that we get. This is kind of a little flexible and loose.
Okay.
We're just starting this. But we want the kids kind of to use their 5 senses. We'll run along the trail, and what do you hear? What do you smell? What do you, if you can touch things? We want the kids just to really learn a little bit about the outdoors, but have fun at the same time.
And everyone will be on one of the different properties?
Yeah, we're going to try, it depends what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to do a pollinator garden one week.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
We're going to have plants. We're going to actually plant plants that will bring bees and butterflies and pollinators.
Oh, wonderful.
So, and then that, plant it, and then maybe a couple of months later come back and follow up.
That's
and
really
have
cool.
So we're kind of excited about that. We also have, on the sheep farm, we have a waterfall that's absolutely beautiful, depending on what time of the year you come. Mm-hmm. In the winter, it's all iced. In the spring, sometimes it's just torrential, because if we've had a lot of rain, because the watershed for the Fort Hill Brook is quite large.
Yes.
And, but in the summer, it gets a little drier, but still plenty of water there. And so we're going to do a pond dipping.
Ooh, I have heard about these. I have heard about these. So what are you looking for when you do that?
You know, it's all different things. It's very surprising. The last 3 years, we've partnered with Groton Parks and Rec, and we've had some kids from their summer program.
Yes.
And one group, they found all these frogs, and I had never seen frogs there.
Really?
But at least 3 or 4 of the kids
fun.
found frogs. But you know, we find larvae for different things, and water bugs, lots of water bugs. And so we have we have like a little pans. We put water in, and the kids can dump stuff in, and then look at them, and then we just dump it back in at the end.
Nice.
But it's been really enjoyable. The kids come, and maybe half of them that get off the bus are fine, and the other half are kind of tiptoeing. Oh, the grass is wet. I'm not sure I like this. But by the time they get down to the water and they get their shoes off and they're half wet, they're having a great time.
Well, we all know that kids today spend too much time inside and too much time on their electronics. So I think this is a really nice combination of getting kids outside, caring about our environment, learning about our local environment here in Groton, and just having a really good time.
And that's what Lynn's vision was. She said, you know, kids learn when they're having fun.
They do, and hands-on is so
And
great.
hands-on is so important, and so we're going to do a hike each time, and then, as I say, have a focus. One of our other properties has a long dirt road. It's flat, but it goes by a 42-acre marsh, and there's usually a lot of bird life in there.
Oh, right, of course.
And so that'll be a nice hike. And so we're trying all different things. As
And
I
it'll
said,
be a couple hours each?
It'll be
each
2
time?
hours. We're planning a 10 to 12.
Okay.
Because we figure, you know, kids get tired and whatever. And the big thing that we have to tell everybody is we don't have bathrooms.
Oh, that's really important,
That is very
actually.
important for the moms and dads as well as the kids, that please, you know, before you come. Yeah, because that's one thing that isn't available. And then we want the kids to just, you know, wear play clothes that you don't mind if it's, you know, they get muddy or wet or whatever. But those are kind of
Be ready to explore.
Be ready to explore, and the children. This is a program where the children have to bring a mom or dad or guardian. I should
so they
say.
have to bring their big person with them.
Have to bring a big person. Yes.
Now, do they have to sign up?
Yes, they can sign up through the library on the library's calendar. Go to the library website. Or they can call the library or stop by.
Okay, so we're going to do the
children's
sign-ups through here.
Yes, we're going to do the. This is the way we thought it might be easier because a lot of families are coming to the library, and so we're thinking that this will be a good partnership, and we really do need to know how many people are coming just so we can plan.
And is there an age target here?
You know, we're kind of targeting, say, 5 to 8 or 9.
Okay.
But if there's younger brothers and sisters and the moms and dads are fine with, putting them in the backpack or whatever, we're not excluding anyone. And if somebody a little bit older wants to come, that's fine too.
Okay, so it could be like an entire family event.
So the whole family can come, yes, definitely.
Excellent. So what if it rains? Do you
If
cancel?
it rains, no, we're going to try not to. If the weather is bad, because we're partnering with the library, we'll have the program here.
Oh,
And
great.
that's another reason why we wanted to have people sign up online, because I'm thinking we might send out like an email blast to the people that are coming the night. We'll try to do it the night before, because if we know it's going to be a rainy day or whatever.
Right. Well, and I'm a mom, and I know that you sign up for things and you write it on your calendar, and then life gets busy. So that's a really nice
well,
thing.
and that's a good idea too. Maybe we should be doing an email either
Just
way.
a little
That's
reminder.
As a reminder, that's a good idea. And then again, if there's a snowstorm or whatever, and the library's closed, then we wouldn't have the program because we don't want people out on the road. We don't want to be out on the road either.
Nice. So families can find out about the program by coming March 7th.
Yes.
Now, if they can't come March 7th, are there other ways for them to find out?
There'll be a description on the calendar for each week of
On
what
the
we're
library's
doing,
calendar.
On the library's calendar. And you don't have to sign up for, I guess I should have said that. You don't have to sign up for every week. It's going to be monthly on the first Saturday of every
Okay.
month.
So monthly
you know,
on the first
if you want to
Saturday.
try it and, you know, or you have vacations or the kids are busy, just, you know, you can sign up for the ones, and you don't have to sign up right away, you know, sign up for April.
Okay.
We like to have a little bit of, you know, idea how many people are coming. But you can, you know, decide, pick and choose.
Okay, so now is this something that's going to be ongoing, or is it like a limited time?
We're going to try to have it ongoing. As I say, we're
All
very
through
new.
all the seasons.
For all the seasons, because the properties, there's really something to see, you know, each season.
I love
So
that
we're gonna
idea.
try
Once
to-
a month,
Once
you know that you have your special day out. And
Yeah, first Saturday, 10 to 12. And as I say, we'll have a good description on the library calendar and the sign up there also.
does GOSA have a website?
GOSA has a website, gosaonline.org.
Okay.
And we also have an email, gosamail@gmail.com. And you can just put GOSA Kids as your subject, and
Okay.
it'll
If you have
get
any
to us. If you have
questions.
any questions, yes.
That's fantastic.
No, I think we've covered most everything. I'm really hoping a lot of people come on March 7th.
That'll be fantastic.
And we're going to have a lot of hands-on things for the kids.
And the library is really excited to
they've
partner
been
together.
together.
I know we've done a few things in the past, and I know, like you said, you've worked with Parks and Rec, but just focusing on the kids, I think it's going to be really special. So thank you so much for coming today, Marie. It was
Thank
a
you. This has
pleasure
been
meeting
nice.
you. And if you have any more questions, or you can call the library, you can come March 7th, or you can go on the GOSA website. And again, thank you so much for coming. This has been At Your Library. Thanks for checking in.